Floating head Jay. Money.
When this Monday can see me on the highway, they calling me the Fly J. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay. It's Thursday, man. So y'all know what that means. We have our guy Ronald Cabang with us at UCapper Sports, man. My guy, my brother, man. Make sure you guys are following him. Ronald, what's up with you, my brother? Is everything cool with you? How have things been going, my guy?
Yeah, everything's pretty good right now. Seeing the board pretty well. Not as hot as you, Jay, but you hitting about like I think it's like 62% of my last like 40 plays. So seeing the board pretty well right now. Yesterday I went 2-2, I believe. Hopefully we cash some stuff. Man, I had some unders yesterday, and then fourth quarter come around and they get like 70 points and shit like that. Like
Damn.
it's tough to see those types of games where you feel like you can see the board pretty well, and then just one thing happens and it goes over. So that's how it goes. But went 2-2, like I said though, been seeing the board overall pretty well right now.
Yeah, man, it's gonna the law of averages, you see what I'm saying? So if you have some that and some of those unders as well, Ronald, they be looking like overs, and then it'll be a
Yeah,
slow fourth quarter and they'll come in. So it's just all about law of averages. Those totals can be kind of fickle there, you see what I'm saying? But regards to that, we got two games today, man. So let's get some cash. Like I said, it's only two of them. Celtics versus Bucks, and then Pelicans versus the Nuggets today, guys. So everybody that's tuned into the show, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. You don't have to be here watching the show, but you're trying to get some cash with us. So I appreciate you guys for here trying to learn. You see what I'm saying? It's Us Against the Bookies. Coming off a nice few days, but it doesn't matter if we don't keep it going today, man. It's not about yesterday. Not really. We never really do recaps here. It's all about today. You see what I'm saying? That's what you guys are here for. So if you like the show, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's Us Against the Bookies, man. Let's get more cash. Today we're trying to take these sports books to smack city in this one, man. But like I say, it's only two games, so we probably won't be here too long here. First game up, we're here to the streets of Milwaukee here. Bucks laying 2.5 at the house versus the Celtics in this one, getting back plus 2.5 on the road in this one. Over and under sitting at 236.5, my guys. And I gotta tell you, I mean, you don't see my shoulders right now, so I mean, you should know. But I mean, I like the Celtics in this one. Did hop on them last night plus a 3. I do think the Celtics win this game. All of my sharp guys are on the Bucks, guys. I can't lie. My sharps, they're all over the Bucks in this one. But I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't care. 5th game in 7 nights for the Bucks in this one. Coming off 4 straight road games. First game back at the house. Crazily enough, this is the exact same spot that the Celtics caught the Kings in, right? I mean, it was a little bit different. They were traveling all over the place, but this is the same spot. They were catching the team, 5th game in 7 nights, coming off a road trip, road home, back-to-back, all that good stuff. It's the exact same thing. I love to see Giannis and Drew Holiday go for like 89 combined points last night. Absolutely wonderful. But they're having a letdown tonight. I like the Celtics in this one, Ronald, and I couldn't talk guys off the under as well. I lean Celtics first quarter. I'm on them full game. I think that's where they have the biggest advantage, and I couldn't talk anybody off of under 236.5 here as well, Ronald.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I actually took the under, Jay, so that's good that you like that as well. I took the under 236.5, gave that to clients last night. Biggest thing here is really that playoff atmosphere type game here. I know both of these teams are locked in the playoffs. Sort of, I would say they're like ultimately locked into their position as well. But I think this is, that playoff atmosphere type game where we see a lot of defense, right? We're going to see a slower paced game. They're going to make sure that each possession counts. If you look at some of the opponents that they both of these teams faced recently, they played against teams that don't play defense and play a fast pace. So if you look at like current form, you're seeing the Bucks first in pace the last 10 games. They played like the Pacers, the Kings, teams that, like I said, the fast-paced teams don't play defense. So a lot of the more recent stats would kind of be misleading in that sense, right? So I would say you look at this from just a level between both of these two top-tier teams. Definitely a playoff atmosphere type game. If you look from a trend perspective, a lot of things really point towards the under as well. If we look at the Celtics as road dogs, 5-game sample size, they average 115 per game, only allow 111, and we're seeing a total of 236.5. Another one too, Celtics 6-3 to the under in road on the road versus a conference team with a winning record. And in those games, they're averaging below 218 combined. On the Bucks side here, 8-3 to the under on the second leg of back-to-back games. So they tend to slow things down. They tend to to focus in more on the defense, only allowing 109.4. But at the same time, you got them on the second leg of back-to-back games against a top-tier team, which is a little bit different. I think the Celtics also coming off of a sort of an embarrassing loss. I think they
Mhm.
bounced back as well. So I can only look towards the Celtics here. I think they can get the win outright. I also look towards the under. Like I said, I already took the under on the full game. So that would be the way that I go in this game specifically.
Yeah, give me Celtics here. I couldn't talk you off of Celtics first quarter. I'll be honest. I think the Celtics come out here and catch a trifecta spot. Obviously, the full game is where they have the biggest risk, where they have the biggest advantage with the Bucks coming off the of fifth game in 7 nights, back to back, third game in 4 nights, all leagues. So it's fifth and 7, fourth and 6, third and 4, back to back, and first game coming home off of a road trip as well in this one, man. So give me the Celtics in this one plus the points. I'll be honest. I do think this line should be closer to peak. I know it sounds crazy. The Bucks are top tier. They're shooting for a championship. Like, you got to respect this team, right? Giannis, you got to respect his mindset. He coming in, he doesn't care about the state. He doesn't care about MVP. He doesn't care about anything. He just wants to win another championship. You got to respect it. But I don't like this spot. I'd actually, if I like the Bucks, I'd want to see Giannis or Drew Holiday sit last night. I don't want to see them going bunkers versus the Pacers, right? So we know that Jay Crowder, some guys like that, Ingles, he didn't play last night. So Chris Middleton as well, they didn't play. So, but still, I still feel like the majority of players, and you still flew all over the place, right? So you're still in that fatigue spot. You still got things to take care of when you get to the house. I won't go too far into that, man. But shout out to our guy Kevin in the chat, man. I appreciate Kevin Johnson, man, for the support, my brother. We appreciate that, man. But yeah, I couldn't talk you off the under here. Ronald, and the Celtics know that they need to come out and have a much better start. It's all they talked about in the post-game interview. We can't come down and get down by teams playing from behind. That was an absolute look-ahead spot versus the Wizards, and knowing they've had a day off to think about it. This is the games they want. If you want the 1 seed, it starts here. They're saying they don't care about it, but they care. You got to win this one, and then they probably have to win out. They might need a few losses from the Bucks as well, but if you want the 1 seed, this is the game right here for the Celtics. I think the Celtics win this game, but I'm happily with taking the 3 plus 2.5 as well. Definitely should be an under here, Ronald. Definitely seeing a playoff field type of game. And I'd also lean Celtics in the first quarter as well to come out here with their heads on fire, flying around. I think they have a lot more energy to expand in this game. Was there any props that you was looking at in this one, Ronald? I know we know you
Yeah, I
like
was
the
actually
under.
I was focusing in on the Celtics side specifically. Marcus Smart under his assists and rebounds, and then also Tatum over his PRA and also his threes. I think if I remember correctly, I think he's hit at least 4 in 4 of his last 5 games against the Bucks, and then 3 in all 5 of them. So depending on what number you get, you could probably find something on the threes there. But the other thing too on the Bucks side, I would probably look towards the under on Drew Holiday. He had a really big game yesterday, and typically he's been really inconsistent this season. So if you have a big game from him, I would expect a downturn, especially if Middleton comes back today and takes some of the usage.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. Yeah, going off for 51, you would expect it, and it takes a lot of energy as well, Ronald. I know it seems pretty easy. He went out there and did it versus the Pacers, guys. I hoop. You go off for 51, you're taking a lot of shots. Your wrist's gonna be a little sore the next night, man. It takes a ton of energy to go off for 51 points, man. So shout out to I love Drew Holiday, man. That's my guy. I mean, one of the best two-way players in this league. He actually cares about defense in a league where they don't care about defense. So much respect to Drew Holiday. Like I say, Giannis always got. I respect the Bucks like tremendously. Wouldn't be surprised if they were there competing for another championship this year. Damn, man, can you still hear me or what? Why my shit going so slow?
Yeah, I see you lagging a little bit.
What the fuck? But you can hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
what the fuck going on, man? But the Spurs was trying to tap into my shit, man. But yeah, now Celtics for me. That's the only thing I bet in this game. I do like that under though, with you, Ronald. I do see this being like a playoff style type of game. 240 is too much. We probably won't see the Bucks. Like they're gonna play defense, but we don't probably see them like running and gunning too much in this one. So this one should stay under the 236.5 total. I lean Celtics in the first quarter, but my play on this game, Celtics plus a 2.5. I couldn't talk you off sprinkling on the money line in this one, Ronald. Could not talk you off, man. Let's head over here to the next game. Going to the streets of Denver here. Nuggets laying 5.5 at the house versus the Pelicans. This one was at 7 last night, guys. Like I said, I can't make anybody join the little membership, but I did send out the Pelicans last night plus the 7 as well. But down to 5.5. I think they win the game outright. Ronald, could you talk me off?
Yeah, I think I was talking to Munaf in the chat earlier, kind of figuring out what we think you Joker's gonna do. I think he might sit tonight. And one thing that I
Hmm.
looked at specifically, and it correlates with your play on the Pelicans here, but if you look at the Nuggets specifically without without Jokic, they've averaged 105.6 per game in those 8 games without him. They failed to reach 100 points in 5 of those games, and I think that when I looked at it, their team total right now is 116. And dude, they in those 8 games, they only went over it once, and that was against I think it was like the Pacers, I believe it was. So obviously the Pacers play a fast pace, they play no defense, so they obviously a lot of teams could do that against them. So for me, I think that Jokic sits eventually, and I think we
Hmm.
would say take the under the team total right now if you can, because it's going to move down, right? It's going to move down a few points without Jokic. And then the other thing too, specifically after the All Star break, the Pelicans are actually first in defensive rating post All Star break.
Hmm.
They've kept the last 6 opponents under their team total, so they're really keying in on the defensive side of the ball. So even though they struggle offensively, that's the part that kind of kept me off of the spread for the most part, is their offense. They really haven't been really consistent after the All Star break. So focusing in on their defense, focusing in on the fact that Jokic probably might sit tonight. First game of
Hmm.
back to back. They got a key game tomorrow against
Yeah.
the Suns. So a lot of things pointing towards the Nuggets really struggling here. I can't talk you off the Pelicans at all. Like I would probably say they could win out there outright. I probably will just ride with you on that because it correlates with the Nuggets team total under anyways.
Yeah, I have a theory that the Nuggets might probably lose this game outright. I don't think Jokic is gonna play. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Line opened up at I believe so is that like I believe it opened up originally at 8.5 and then it was down to 7.5. Regardless, it was at 7 last night. I know it starts at like whenever Jokic got downgraded. No, so the spread originally opened up at 9, right? Because I
Nine.
remember I
Yeah,
saw it.
yeah.
I'm like, I like that spot for the Pelicans. Then they say that Jokic is downgraded to questionable, and then they go down to 7. I'm like, this motherfucker's not playing, bro. Then
Nope.
you already know he's not gonna play. Well, I can't say that for sure, guys, but they do have the Phoenix Suns tomorrow on deck. Remember, they got kicked out the playoffs last year versus the Suns, so you're gonna want to beat them every single time. Obviously, with them having KD, that's probably gonna be a benchmark type of game tomorrow on national TV for the Nuggets. And I guarantee they're probably going to treat their game tomorrow versus the Suns like a playoff game. Look ahead spot here, in my opinion. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see if the Nuggets didn't bring their best defensive effort in this one. And I'm right there with you, Ronald. It's crazy because like the team total opened up at 121. It's since moved down to 116 for the Nuggets in that one, man. So that tells you
Uh-huh.
that Jokic's probably not going to play. They're obviously going to struggle without him. In the last matchup as well, my guy went out for like my guy had like a 30-point triple double. He had like 18 rebounds,
Yeah,
15
it
assists in
feels
this same
crazy.
matchup. So yeah, there was 122, 113. They beat this Pelicans team, land 7 at the house. So they laid 7 with Jokic. You see what I'm saying? Jokic had 26 points, 18 rebounds, 15 assists. That's what you're gonna be missing in this game right here. I think the Pelicans win this game outright. Obviously they came out hot versus the Warriors as well, and then just couldn't get it done full game. But this is one where I expect the Pelicans to come out hot and to keep it going the full game, mainly because the Nuggets will be tapering off as this game goes on. They have a back-to-back travel to Phoenix tomorrow. I do not see their best effort tonight, and the Nuggets can kind of sort of try to help screw off the Lakers with a if they lose here and help the Pelicans out here. So I like the Pelicans here. I'll be honest. I didn't take the 5.5, guys. I did, but I think they're gonna win the game outright. So I couldn't talk you off the. I still like the plus 5.5 because I do think this is a spot where the Pelicans probably win this game outright. But if they're giving me points, I'm gonna take them every single time. Ronald, Was there any? So we know you liking Nuggets team total under. I'm liking it as well. Any props here? Let's say if Jokic does sit, is there any props that you'd like to hop on the Nuggets side or on the Pelican
Yeah,
side here?
I think you could probably even though I like the Nuggets team total under, I feel like most of the points are going to come from Murray. His total right now, I think it's at 22 or 23 right now. I would say he scores majority of the points here for the Nuggets, regardless of whether. I don't think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna really focus in on that point guard position there. There's not, they don't got like that defensive minded point guard there for the Pelican side. I just feel like it's that situation where all that usage is going to go to one person, and that's going to be
Mhm.
Murray. So he's going to have the opportunity to take up a lot of shots here. 22, 23 points, I believe, is the number right now. I would say go over, even though their team total goes under. So that's the way that I would look in that one.
I like it. I like it. I couldn't talk you off that. Yeah, I do like that Nuggets team total under, to be honest with you. And they are a little bit more of a defensive team as well without Jokic, right? We know, what does Chris say? Jokic can't jump over a loose leaf sheet of paper there. My God, it's
Yeah.
the guy
That's what
that
my
well,
that's
when
what
I
my coach used to say. We used to talk about how important boxing out is, and he was like, Oakley gets like 10 rebounds a game. He can't jump over a piece of paper.
right, yeah, then but just boxing out, put yourself in
Yeah,
position there, man. So
exactly.
yeah, that's what I'm liking there. Give me Pelicans in that one, plus the points. I do think they really have a good chance to win this outright. Pelicans need this win. The Nuggets are probably looking ahead to the Phoenix game tomorrow, my
Hmm.
guys. So that's what I'm looking at. Like I say, you could take whatever you like. Jokic isn't ruled out. It's just, I mean, the way this spread has come down from 9 to 5.5. This kind of tells me that the Nuggets are kind of not necessarily mailing this game in, but I mean, you see how the Nuggets are when they don't have their full effort in knowing, my guys. So
Yeah, for
give me
sure.
Pelicans there plus the points, and knowing wouldn't be a bit surprised if they won it outright. Ronald, it was only 2 games. There's no real need to waste people's time. See what I'm saying? We come in here, we let the people know we like, right? Win in depth in the games and shit. That's it, man. Let's get out of here. Get to some free NBA picks, man. The MLB, this is open day of MLB, guys. So if you'd like to go check out the MLB guide at Wager Talk, it's all free. You can download it. It's like I say, it's free, man. It cannot talk you off, no charge.
Play ball. Hot off the press, handicappers from Wager Talk, Sports Memo, and The Gold Sheet have collaborated on the 2023 Wager Talk Media MLB Betting Guide. From World Series odds to regular season win totals and everything in between, this year's betting guide features previews on all 30 teams, all 6 divisions, and season-long awards like the Cy Young, MVP, and Rookie of the Year. Each preview contains key roster acquisitions and departures to help you get up to speed before opening day. Visit wt.buzz/MLB23 to download your free guide, and we'll see you in the batter's box.
We will see you guys in the batter's box, man. It's all positive vibes, man. We appreciate them. Like I say, if you'd like to download that MLB guide, cannot talk you off that at all. It's all free, Ronald. What you liking today on the card and what you got going over at Sports Memo, my brother?
Yeah, just give I gave two plays to my clients today. I'm gonna give them out here today. We just talked about it. It's that Celtics and the Bucks under 236.5, and also that team
Mm-hmm.
total under on the Nuggets side at 116. I
Like it.
like both of those. I gave out the reason why. From I know a lot of guys in here is talking about baseball and all that stuff. One play that I
Mm-hmm.
did like today was backing Hunter Green, the pitcher over at Cincinnati. So I would like to back them tonight. I know it's a little juice minus 140, but I think they're the right play. So that would be the MLB play that I give out as well.
Hey, man, we appreciate that, man, because I know people about to start watching some baseball. My guy liking the Cincinnati Reds, man. We appreciate that, Ronald, man. He's liking Nuggets team total under as well, and he's also liking the under in the Celtics game. Ronald also has a show right after my show as well, guys, called Let's Cap. He has Chris on there. He has our guy Munoff on there. Ski comes through, YBB, all type of great cappers as well, man. So make sure you guys are following Ronald on Twitter. He posts the show is on Twitter as well, man. But you can holler at you watching on YouTube or Twitter, man. But just go
Mhm.
follow him. He tweets out all his info at UCapper Sports, guys. I'm at J Money is Money. 2 picks for me today. Give me Pelicans plus the points. Give me the Celtics plus the points. I'll be honest. Sometimes, like when it's 2 days, like 2 games like this, I used to have a theory that it'd be one dog, one fave, but today, I don't care, man. I'm going with both dogs. I took them last night with confidence, and I go with my good, and I live with the results here. So I like both spots for both teams. Celtics with the rest advantage. Bucks coming off a road trip, first game back at the house, and fifth game in 7 nights, 4th and 6. This is a phase spot every single time for me. I will live with the results. And the Pelicans plus the points. When you see the line cratering down from 9 to 5.5, that kind of tells us that Jokic is sitting this out. We know that they have a much bigger game tomorrow on deck with playoff revenge as well versus the Phoenix Suns. So I will take both dogs here and live with the results, guys. Trying to
Mhm.
go 2-0 one time for the one time. If you like the show, hit the like button, man. Share the show as well, man. You could share it on your Twitter. You can share it on your Facebook. You can share the word as well with your coworkers, your family, people at the sports book as well. So I appreciate you guys for doing that. If you don't want to join the membership, you can at least help me out with like letting people know about the show, my guys. Hit the like button. We're out, man. Go check out my guy Ronald. Follow him on Twitter at UCapper Sports. It's Us Against the Bookies. Let's get some cash. We will win. Let's go 2-0 one time for the one time. Now, we out. We back tomorrow. Let's go.